Hello everyone, this is Content Connor. And the last time we I did a video on my anime Blu-ray collection, which started from Akira to The Wings of Hanamise. So I'm here to do a DVD collection, which is not that big, but it's a sizable. Sorry. It's thundering like crazy here in Mississippi, so mind the thunder in the video. But it kind of gives out a good vibe to it. And this is Armitage Free or Armitage Deferred, the original OVA series from the mid '90s. That was released around the same time as the first Ghost in the Shell movie from 1995. It has 4 episodes, so it you can watch it easily on a night or so, like tonight, depending if you don't get an outage or not. But hey, it got a movie, Armitage for Dual Mate. I meant Polymatrix. It has some big names like Elizabeth Berkley from Showgirls and Kiefer Sutherland, who happened to be Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. It's a condensed version of the OVA series, but more fit in the movie timeline. And it got a sequel, Armitage Dual Matrix. Different voice actress for Armitage, and it's a. I mean, I haven't watched this one. I mean, I kind of don't really want to watch it, but hey, it's there in the first place. And here is Baccano, Aniplex, and Funimation. That used to be a good team, but that didn't happen that much. But this is the TV series. It has a couple of the OVAs, so yeah. I watched it a couple of years ago. It was really good. And then I have Blue Gender, the complete series. It also has a movie that kind of condensed the series into a movie format, which has new animation and such, and a new ending. But I prefer the TV series over the movie, and I really need to watch it in Japanese so that I can get an understand to it. And one of the Ghibli films I still on DVD is Castle in the Sky. Yeah, remember when I said I wanted to upgrade my Castle in the Sky set to Blu-ray? This is the reason why. I have no interest in the Disney Studio Ghibli films. I have literally no interest. And then Chrono Crusade. Don't be fooled. It's not a part of the Chrono series from SquareSoft. It's in its own entity, and it was based on a manga and such. I've watched it about a decade ago. It's a it's an alright film. It's an alright anime series. Tragic ending though. Cowboy Bebop the movie. I still have the DVD because it actually has the special features, not the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray doesn't have the special features, so I'm keeping the DVD as is. So, a couple of reasons why I still have DVDs is because special features. Yeah, normal Blu-rays don't have special features that much. And I have the first season of Dragon Ball. It's probably the only season that I'll probably get. But I also have a couple of movies. Let me show them in order. Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle. This happens to be movie 2. Mystical Adventure, movie 3, which retells the 22nd martial art, or is it the 21st martial arts tournament? I think it was the 21st. and then the Path to Power, which was basically a 10-year anniversary of the anime series and such. It had a different kind of art style, similar to Dragon Ball GT. So it's not that. It was a bit jarring. And then I had Dragon Ball Z Season 1. I got that about 12 years ago at Best Buy. and then Dragon Ball Z Wrath of the Dragon. Yeah, this is more the longer Dragon Ball Z movies that kind of existed, except for Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan, of course, but who cares? And then Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. I don't have Battle of Gods. That's something that I don't have. Battle of Gods. And then we go out of Dragon Ball into Eureka 7, the original anime series that I kind of fell in love with about, I don't know, 12 or 13 years ago when it came on Toonami. It did come on Adult Swim around 2005 to 2006, but I wasn't really actively watching Adult Swim on that time because I was about 10 to 11 years old at the time. So, not the target audience. But the show is really good. It didn't deserve a franchise. It did not deserve a franchise. It could have ended on the anime series, but it had a manga. It had some video games. It had OVAs. It had a movie. Let me show you the fucking movie. And this is Eureka 7, Good Night, Sleep Tight, Young Lovers. Yeah, or also known in Japan, Pocket Full of Rainbows. Yeah, this is basically an alternate retelling of Eureka 7. Similar to, like, Macross Mirror Love was to the original Macross series. But this time, it didn't fucking work. But eventually Bones did something called Eureka 7 AO. I have not seen AO fully. I have not seen that show fully because A, I didn't really want to watch that show, and 2, I'm just very content with the original Eureka 7. I'm just very content. Alright. Next up is... Let me show you. If you don't know what it is Full Metal Alchemist 2003. This is the 2003 anime series from Bones. The same studio behind Eureka 7, Scrap Princess, and among others. And despite its popularity, it deviated round in the second season, which I'm about to show you. Like, it got so far in the manga that the manga artist was having a hard time to finish the manga. So, the anime studio Bones decided to go on their different path and whatnot. I don't know if it was for better or worse, but it was interesting. It was an interesting take on Fullmetal Alchemist's story in anime form. But we will eventually get a proper Fullmetal Alchemist series, and that happens to be Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, or just Fullmetal Alchemist in Japan, because it's considered a remake of the Fullmetal Alchemist series. And well, I wouldn't say remake because it tells a bit more faithful than the 2003 anime series, and to be frank, is it really the best anime series of all time? I doubt that. I I mean, there's better anime series, better than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I can guarantee that. There are more better anime series that can stand the test of time than Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Not even Steins Gate. Steins Gate was a visual novel. Then it got adapted into an anime. But here you go. This is one of the one of the covers I threw away because I was stupid, and that is called Full Metal Alchemist: The Sacred Star of Milos. It has a second disc. Yeah, for the special features, of course. But why make a movie on the Sacred Star of Milos if you're not going to use any of the Brotherhood characters? And plus, it's in its own entity. And so, right here, this is Excel Saga. Yeah, it's a bit controversial, but this is one of my favorite anime series of all time. I apologize for that cut, Marf. It was a, what the hell is that? What? Oh, that's some sort of meatloaf or something like that. But it's a funny anime series, pretty wacky, especially the final episode where there's a lot of shit that you wouldn't get away with TV when it aired on TV. And that episode got banned from TV. In Japanese TV, it got banned. But next, I'm gonna go on with an OVA series, and which is Gunbuster 2, also known as Die Buster. I don't know why Bandai Visual released this as Gunbuster 2, because you don't get the Gunbuster relation until a couple episodes in. But that was episodes 1 and 2. And this is episodes 3 and 4. This is the first one I actually got. It was at a FYE back in 2014. And this OVA needs a Blu-ray release in the US. I know it got a Blu-ray release in the UK by Anime Limited, but I hope that Discotape Media is actually doing their job to put this out on Blu-ray. Yeah. And I bet that they're gonna actually do an English dub. Yeah. But don't make it cringe. One of my favorite anime of all time is Gurren Lagann. Yeah, I threw away the case, of course. Woe is me, I'm stupid. And you have all the episodes of Gurren Lagann here. You have the first couple episodes from, but it doesn't tell you what kind of episodes are on the sets, which is kind of stupid. You just have to look at the cover art, disc art, to see which episodes you think that are going to be played on there. And to be honest, Yoko is still one of my waifus. I don't give a fuck what the age controversy is, but fuck it, I'm sticking to my guns. Like Yoko sticks to her electric rifle. And right over here is Last Exile. It's basically if you put steampunk, Final Fantasy, and Star Wars into a blender, you get this, Last Exile. And I like the character designs from Rage Murata. and it's been a while since I've seen this series. Been a while since I have actually watched it, and I think I need to start actually watching it in Japanese. Yeah, the last time I watched it, it was an English dub. Maybe I should start doing a Japanese exclusive watching challenge. And right over here is Macross Plus. This is the manga DVD set, which has the OVA series of 4 episodes. And this is basically Top Gun the anime for animation. Wow, my hand is a bit hot. Alright, now let's see what... And also, I have the movie. And honestly, I'm actually content with this version because I wouldn't want to buy a Blu-ray set for over $200 just to watch the OVAs and the movie in full fucking HD. Yeah, but I will get Macross Plus Movie Edition when it comes out on Blu-ray. When I find a good deal on Macross Plus on Blu-ray. So, yeah. Metropolis. Funny thing that when I first ordered this, they sent me actual Metropolis from 1927, the Fritz Lang version, and I said, "Oh crap," and they was like, "Oh god, we fucked up," so they sent me this for free. That was kind of weird, and I got this version because I know there was a Blu-ray version, but you have the movie disc, Metropolis, and you have a mini DVD. Yeah, don't you ever see these things over here anymore? You don't see them. And you also see yeah, basically. And next up is Soul Eater. Soul Eater. I got this back in Best Buy 2014. And whoa, it was $40 and it kicking ass and taking souls. Yeah, I haven't seen this show at all. I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't watched a full series. Yeah, some of these shows, I have a massive backlog of watching anime, and it really fucking sucks that I honestly never do that. And this is Steam Boy, from the director of Akira. And have a ball of steam and shit. I mean, I've watched it back like about 10 years ago. It was an interesting movie, just nothing that I can write home about. It's no Akira, but... And I have Spice and Wolf, the complete series, Season 1 and Season 2. I know it's in a Blu-ray case, but this is actually the DVDs. Only the DVDs. As you can see. And you have a butt-naked holo. Yep. If you get horny at night, don't be fooled by the wise wolf, because she may fuck you over. Trigun. I like this version of Trigun over the new one, the Stampede and the Stargaze. Yeah, this is actually drawn by hand, not CGI characters and bullshit and such. And also, this is Tower Dragala. Druga, the animation. Yeah, it's a video game adaptation. Animated by Studio Gonzo. Yeah, Studio Gonzo was a what the hell was it? And another game adaptation is Utawerumano, the animation. It's based on a visual novel game that it's been years since I've seen this show. I remember being interested in it and seeing how one man who has a mask stuck in his face, can't get it off, meets a bunch of furries, fights for them and whatnot. There's a bit of sexual humor and such, but it's no. And we have Xenosaga the animation. This is the last DVD I have in this collection that I can legally show. This has 2 discs. It's an adaptation of the first episode on the PlayStation 2. I really need to get those games. And that was my anime collection. Tell me if you have any of these with you, or did you have these growing up, or did you get rid of them for a digital collection or some like shit. So, but I'd also like to say that I have a couple of DVDs and Blu-rays that I like to show, but they are hentai titles. I do not want to show you those hentai titles because I don't want to have my YouTube channel get shut down because I show the title. But I will tell you the titles. Alright, I have Blood Shadow on Blu-ray. I have Kite on Blu-ray. DVD-wise, I have Mezzoforte and Cool Devices. That's the only hentai that I own on physical media. So yeah. So basically, that's all my anime Blu-rays and DVDs. If you want me to show you my manga collection, you can say so by asking for manga collection in the comment section below. Alright? Bye.